What up, my beautiful people? It is your girl, Princess Jathiyah, here with S.P.L.I.T and another message. S.P.L.I.T. Spiritual, positive, loving individuals together. And I'm so happy to have you here with me. All right, my beautiful people, this here is going to be a general reading for the collective. What up, my loves? If you're digging the vibe, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that way you can be notified whenever I do post. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome on back. I'm glad to have you. All right. So we landed right back at the Five of Wands. I don't know if y'all could see it when it was there, but I just shuffled. Y'all saw I just shuffled. So we landed back at the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Now, the Five of Wands could talk about coming out of the conflict, finally being able to gain some sense of peace. But then it could also talk about people willing, like, people that are in competition with you, willing to hurt you, like willing to go like no longer playing fair type of energy. Overall energy was the world card here online, and the world card actually represents the internet. Like, it's like a connection, right? And then, we have here the relationship with God at the bottom of the deck. And then we have here, this is something you need to commit yourself to. There's energy that doesn't want a lot of people to commit themselves to God, or, like I said, whomever you pray to, whoever, like whether it's Allah or Vishnu. I don't know many God's names, and I'm working on that. I'm practicing, doing better. And most people will be like, well, if you pray to God, what do you mean many God's names? It's because I'm not the only person here on earth okay? What I connect with or whom I connect with may not be the same that this person connects with, okay? Like chill. Like, God, listen, the creator, stop limiting the creator. I feel like I got to do a rant. Stop limiting God, okay? Or whoever you pray to, don't limit them. They have created all different types of trees, all different types of animals. There's no one same person. Even twins are different. So, just stop. Like, oh, gosh. We want everything to be ours. Like, no, that's mine. Very possessive energy. There's no room for growth. Like, and that's what I think we need to, like, change when it comes to how, we represent ourselves. That's why it's called split cleansing, okay? Split. This is the split channel. Spiritual, positive, loving individuals together. It ain't got nothing to do with what you practice. As long as it's not something that harms others, baby, listen, do your thing. I don't know why I had to, like, go into that. But I started this off with a Bible verse in Numbers. And the Nazarites, God pointed me with 6-3. So that's 6 of Cups. And then 3 of Pentacles, okay? And 6 of Cups is all about, like, childhood memories. Like, I feel like it's saying, like, remember how you felt when you collaborated with the right person, or when you collaborated with God, or when you collaborated, or when you will collaborate with God. Or, wherever you are in your journey, my babes. All right. The verse we have here is, I read the whole thing, but the one that, like it says, 6-3, he wanted me to focus on the most was, in my angels, it says, they must abstain from wine and other fermented drink, and must not drink vinegar made from wine or other fermented drink. They must not drink grape juice or eat grapes or raisins. As long as they remain under the Nazarite vow, they must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, not even the seeds or skins. During an entire period of the Nazarite vow, no razor may be used on their head. Like, so there were just different things that when the Nazarites had made a vow, it was all about a period of separation. Separating yourself from the crowd. It speaks in parables. I feel like all of this is in parables, no matter what it is. And I feel like it's basically saying, like, you can't partake in certain things and expect to still be clear with the Ace of Swords. And that was 4:47 on the clock. It's like you can't expect to partake in drinking a whole lot, smoking a whole lot, doing a whole bunch of stuff, or even doing it at all. I'm gonna be honest with you, my beautiful people. I don't judge nobody. Do your thing. It's your life. You gotta get there when you want to get there, if that is for you. I don't know, but however, based on what I feel like a lot of people use smoke, use drink, all of that to get away from what they truly have going on in their lives. And it's so funny. I had a dream download, and I think I'm gonna do a TikTok video about this dream download. Or no, it wasn't a dream download, it was a meditation. I don't know how I be thinking about this stuff during my meditation, y'all, but it's the best way that God sends me certain messages, because I'm up, I remember them confirmation vividly. I remember them vividly. So maybe that's something that y'all need to do. Don't just rely on the dreams, because the dreams, yes, they is good to help remember them, but meditation, learning how to practice your own meditation and letting your imagination go wild, because I swear mine's be going wild, y'all. So, and it's kind of tying to what I was actually going through. So, all right, quick story. All right, so let me see if I can get it right. I started off coming into an office, and this office had a bunch of people in it, and they were all like, you ever seen an office bustle? But it was even worse. It was like a panicky bustle, like it's just everybody's everywhere, and papers are flying everywhere. It's like and I'm like, what the heck is this? What's going on here? And so I asked somebody, I said, what's wrong? What's the problem? And they were like, we need a certain software to clear the virus or something like that. And then I asked them, well, what is the software? What do you need? I'm sitting at the computer trying to fix something, and they're like, it's God. It's God's software or something like that. And then I said, well, what's the key? And they said, your heart, something about your heart or whatever is the key. And then next thing I know, I'm on an operating table, and then this surgeon literally cuts open my chest. I mean, I think I'm more scared than anything. And no pain, of course, but cuts open my chest in a nice little square, okay, and rips it out. And when he rips it out, my heart starts to float, but it burns with green fire. It just burns with green fire. And I'm just screaming oh my God, ew. In my head. And so, but it, of course, the green represents the, heart chakra, and so then I flip over to a situation. Oh no, I wake up suddenly. I'm like, oh, and what's that? 8:11 on the clock. I wake up suddenly, and I'm in this teenager body. Okay, I don't think none of this was me. I felt disconnected but connected all at the same time. I was walking through, but I was in someone else's body the whole time. And then, what's it called? I wake up and I'm like. I come to, and the girl's like, trying to catch herself, catch her breath or whatever. And then she hears her parents call her down for dinner. Okay. And so she walks downstairs. I'm walking with her. Of course, I'm looking out of her eyes, and she gets so annoyed by her floor being dirty. She's she walks downstairs, of course, barefoot, but then she's stepping on crumbs. You know how it is sometimes when the house is crazy, you got little kids running around and whatever. And it's just crumbs on the floor. It's dirty. And then as she's sitting down, she looks over to her right, and it's her little brother. 8:07 on the clock when I said this, or 9:07. She sees her little brother. And then I guess she's trying to tell her parents about the dream she had. She's trying so hard. And her parents, they're listening, but they're really not. But then they end up letting her know, okay, well, smile for the camera or something like that. So the girl realizes that she's being recorded, and she gets so ticked off. She's like, are you serious? And then she gets up and she walks off due to embarrassment, I guess, and anger and just frustration with her parents. And then when she walks off, next thing I know, I'm on a motorcycle, and we're driving, and I'm on the back of a motorcycle. That's right, on the back of a motorcycle, holding on to someone, and this person's telling me, hold on, and we're like running or riding away from something as fast as we can. My heart is racing. It's like all this adrenaline. Like gotta get away. And I don't remember seeing anything or anything that was chasing us. Like I don't remember that part. But then the next thing I know, I land in, like, we fly, like, you know how in most movies, motorcycles or cars, they fly up the hill and then they're up in the air for a little while. And then by the time I hit the ground, or the bike hit the ground, then I'm in this room or this space where it's like it's like when you're at an aquarium and you walk up to the glass, but you could still see your reflection, but it was still a little bit more deeper than that. It was almost like a mirror. Okay. And like, it's like the air was like just like a hazy blue or hazy, like as if there was a blue light somewhere or something like that, and it made the room look deep blue because everything was black and stuff like that. So I just walked up to the mirror, and then when I walked up to the mirror, I looked at myself. Next thing I know, everything turns to water. Like I'm in water now, but it's not. The only reason why I knew I was in water is because I lost my breath. I couldn't breathe anymore. And so after that, I see the sunlight at the top, and it's not like the water came rushing in. That's why I'm like, it's not the water. It was like, it was not water, and then it was like, I was like, and then I tried to swim up to the top. I finally swam to the top, and I'm looking around. There's nothing nothing in sight. I'm in the middle of the freaking ocean. Y'all know I've had meditations like this before, and I don't like that, like being stranded. Anyway, so I'm looking around, but the only thing I see is this water landmark. Those like big giant metal cone thingies. It's supposed to direct, I guess, ships or something like that, or whatever the case may be, or just have a landmark there. So I hop onto that portion, and then like immediately when I hop on, I'm like sitting there, and I'm realizing if I stay here for too long, I'm gonna get dehydrated and I'm gonna die, and so, but that's not the focal point. But I remember in my spirit feeling like, is this what other people are feeling? And that's what I asked that question in my head. And then I heard a voice say, and this is where you are. And then I flipped, like my whole body just like shoots forth towards one of my favorite meditation spots in my mind. I have a whole setup. Can't tell you what it is. It's my special place. But everybody has their own special place that they always go back to in their mind, right? So I have a whole setup, and it was nothing but peace, nothing but like all the things that God created around us. Like, it's just nothing but peace. Okay. And essentially he was trying to let me know that, like, if you're feeling chaotic energy or something like that, or people are not clear and they don't know what to do and certain things, like, it's because people are realizing that in order to fix certain viruses or in order to fix certain things in their life, they need the code of God. And the code of God requires you to relinquish your heart. That is a lot to do. Okay. And so now, but we have young people that are trying to tell the world, or not even just young, but because she was a teenager, I feel that that's what God's trying to say. It's the new generation that's going to try to let people understand, like, get people to understand, like, what is better for us, what is required of us to be better as a people, as a whole, as a group. And there are going to be a lot of people that just don't want to listen. That's what the parent representation was for. It's like, they don't want to listen. Everything just needs to be recorded, and everything just needs to be put online, instead of really actually fully thinking things through, as far as, like, what we say and what we do, and then we have a lot of the new generation will end up wanting to run away from their problems, or this is just people in general wanting to run away from their issues instead of actually dealing with it. And then the emotions of all of the stress and all of the, like, feeling loss is going to eventually strangle a lot of people. And it's already started, and it's like, I mean, it's been there, but it's like what God is basically trying to tell me. People are strangling themselves, and because what happens is, because they didn't deal with the emotions that they had before, now they have to face them. And that's where the mirror came in. Now you have to face yourself. And then even still, then you feel like it's hard to breathe when you face yourself. So you still try to avoid it, and you come out of the water and nothing but emotion surrounds you now. And when you see that little safe go, or that little landmark, and you hop on there, that's a temporary fix. Now you're about to die of dehydration, of not having the Spirit of God within you, not having the love of your angels or your ancestors around you, because you're not paying attention, or you're not putting in the effort, or you're not staying devoted to your promise or your vows, the vows to not poison your body. I kept seeing the Temperance card in the reverse. Okay, we have here the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, Queen of Cups in the reverse to talk about mental instability. It could talk about rage, not being who you are, not utilizing your psychic abilities, overly emotional. That's what overly emotional. They do not want me to talk about this, y'all. And 327 could be a significant angel number for someone as well. Excuse me. But yeah. So, and then we're stranded. But then when God told me like this, but this is where you are. And y'all, don't get me wrong, my life ain't perfect at all. I still have to constantly be tested. God has to, keep my strength up, and bad stuff happens all the time, and craziness and stuff like that. Confirmation. You ain't got to put my business out. I was doing it myself. Let me stop. But it seems like God is asking us to go back to not poisoning our bodies, go back to like healing ourselves. And whether it's smoke, drink, whatever, I don't do none of it. And it took a long time, especially the smoke. Oh God, I am a smoker. Well, I'm not a smoker. I was a smoker. Y'all. I love it. I smoke cigarettes, cigars, Black and Milds, weed, tree. We're gonna just say tree. I was big on smoke. I would rather smoke than drink. I don't know. I still to this day don't understand how people can drink. But hey, everybody has their own taste, But yeah, that was hard for me. That was really hard for me. And no matter how many times I quit, in between the times that I did, I probably quit smoking maybe 4 times in my life. And each time I would go back. This time was totally different. And the only reason why is this been different is because I actually I fill my life up with God. I fill my life up with my lessons, the word, and spiritual practices. And I realized it just doesn't make sense. If I want to be pure, if I want to be able to get clear messages or whatever the case may be, I got to keep this together. I got, this is the only body I got. You know what I'm saying? I got the soul. The soul is healing and expressing itself and all that stuff. But then, the body will start to react to different things based on the chemicals that are around it or in it. So, it's not to be judgy, please. Everybody has their moments. And I know, like I said, people probably said, yeah, me too. I quit multiple times. But this time, when I decided to commit to God, this time it stuck. And it's like, that's what it was. I was about to say, I used to crave it even when after I quit. I would quit knowing that it wasn't good for me, right? But because I guess I didn't really love myself. I didn't see the value or the importance of myself. I said I did at the time, but I really didn't. Because how do you say that, but then you do something detrimental to your health? It doesn't make sense, right? So so that's typically that's what's different with this time. I don't crave it anymore. I don't even think oh, I wish I had me one in a drink. I used to crave it when I saw people around me and with it. I'd be like, oh my God, I remember them days. And I would reminisce. I'm like, oh God, I need to do something else. so I can stop thinking about it or something. Like now, I don't have to do all that. I don't have to do none of that. I just be like, oh, they smoking. Let me move. Because sometimes I go in people's houses all the time and I can smell smoke coming from their room. Like I tell people, please don't smoke around me. I will leave. Like my clients know I will leave. Not no judging. It's just I don't want to fill my body up with that anymore. I don't want to use it anymore. I don't. So it comes with the spirit. Everything has a code. Everything has a freaking code. And if I put that code back into my spirit, then it's going to program something else. Same thing with the computer, the office situation. It's like God's code. There's a code like that we need to have in order to have a stronger relationship with ourselves and with our creator. Okay. So let's close this up. Let me see if I can get a quick tarot spread. I hope everybody's doing well, my beautiful people. I didn't drop my card. Look, I didn't let it fly up in the air trying to be all theatrical. Oh, they want me to read this, okay? Oh, boundaries. So this one was in reverse, I remember. And it's like 3, 2, 1. Boundaries. It's okay to set limits. You need to set a boundary. There are those who take too much. And your angels are reminding you that you don't have to let them. It's important to say no and what harms you. Think of a boundary you can set today, then put it in place. You have the support of your angels, and it's in the reverse. Somebody doesn't want you to set healthy boundaries, or that God is trying to tell you that you, like, when we do certain things, you break down a shield. It's what was that? 21:27 when I said that. You break down a certain shield that God has over your body and over your mind and over your soul. So when you put certain things in it, it's like it's only so much that your angels have permission to do. I'm just going to say that because I feel like I said, we don't limit God and we don't limit what they can do, but it's about you having free will and making good choices for yourself. Because if they make them for you, you'll never learn, so, but it's something about like lowering a certain safety net. And we have here 666, personal responsibility. It's time to reflect. This number can have very negative connotations to some, but for the angels, it's actually a powerful reminder to stop focusing on the material world so much. It's a strong message from your angels to take personal responsibility in your own life. That's funny. I didn't even read this card. And ask yourself in all areas, what do I need to do differently? Sit quietly and reflect on this question today. So, or somebody's going to have to lower their guard to actually look at themselves. Somebody's going to have to break down those walls and actually look at themselves, okay? Let's get a quick tarot of these. All right. Let's see. And it says this is the thing you need to commit yourself to, and it's in the reverse. So it's like about people not committing themselves when it comes to being grounded. We have here the Queen of Pentacles here with the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So, and the King of Pentacles. So I also get an energy of there's other companies, businesses. Return to sender, return to sender. You are not going to close my throat. You're not. Return. So there's other companies, businesses, and other things that are in competition with you, and they're not willing to play fair. They're not willing to play fair or something like that. Let's see. What's this? 3 of Pentacles. People that you shouldn't be collaborating with or something like that. 8 of Wands. People that are trying to delay your messages. And the 4 of Wands in the upright. So yeah, it just seems like... you know what? I'm being told to get my book really quick because I want to see what the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse also means. It can't just always mean to not collaborate. It's something about something not working. Something is not working. Hold on. Something ain't working for when they try to delay you. Let me see. All right, we have here business not getting off the ground, lack of foresight, bad management, quarrels over money, self-employed ventures flop. All right, so which one is it? Let's see. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Self-employed ventures flop. So, and then with the 8 of Wands here, let me Let's see. Something not working out. Okay, something not working. Let's see. Let's see. So, travel delays, manage emotions, stop and think about choices. A jealous person, house sales falls through. Expect the unexpected. So, let's see, which one is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expect the unexpected. So business ventures falling through, and expect the unexpected with the 4 of Wands in the upright. Page of Swords in the reverse. That's like paranoia energy. You know what I get? I get like a lot of people don't think that if you're really truly all the way godly or something like that, that things won't pan out for you or something like that. I get that in my energy as well. Like they feel like if you represent God too much, 25:47 on the clock, then it won't be as successful or something like that. Or not learning some sort of lesson. Tower card in the reverse. Okay, what's the Queen of Pentacles here? Okay, judgment went right up under the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is not using good judgment when it comes to some sort of like business venture falling through. We have here the 8 of Swords and the Chariot card in reverse. So somebody's trying to trap a Queen of Pentacles, or somebody's grounded energy. Somebody's trying to trap it. So that way, Chariot card in reverse, you can't move forward. Or somebody did try. Let me see. 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, wants to go over there. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, somebody wants to trap somebody's work. They don't want somebody to work hard at becoming grounded and stable. They want somebody to always go forward towards opportunities that don't work out, that don't pan out, or something like that. What's the 8 of Wands? So that they can't get a second chance on something. Expect the unexpected. And then with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, it talks about like losing a certain option or losing all options or something like that. What's the 4 of Wands here? This is paranoid energy, okay? 4 of Wands is the Fool card, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is where it keeps where you're not clear about something. It keeps you from taking some sort of leap of faith. Page of Swords, paranoia. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Wands. All right, let's get some white cards out and see what we get. Okay. It says someone is surprised by what you know. So somebody, 2744, you're protected. Somebody's surprised by what you know. And then we have here negative energy wants to unleash a spirit or a person to come towards you to distract you. Say no and rebuke this energy, and it's in reverse. Somebody doesn't want to be rebuked. There's an energy that doesn't want to be rebuked. The Hierophant. We got here, what family is this? Toxic blood family. And we have here, oh yeah, that's definitely confirmation. It's 1:37 on the clock. We got grounded. Somebody wants you to be grounded in toxic blood families or certain collaborations. I'm still going to put it as that. Certain collaborations that won't pan out or something like that. Like with the Judgment card in reverse. This might be somebody else's energy. Is this somebody else's energy? Ah, okay. Okay. All right, so clarify the Queen of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords, Chariot card reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody wanted somebody to be trapped. Like, for real. Page of Pentacles. And this could be spell work, because Page of Pentacles, it does, connect with that. And it's non-committal energy. Somebody tried to place something else into your energy so that way you would be non-committal to your health, your grounding energy, and your financial stability. Ooh, man. Listen, y'all. I always be knowing when I'm on point, like really, really on point. My throat is on fire. Somebody, like, it feels like somebody's really trying to like tear it up, y'all. Let me take a drink of water. Like I could always feel when it's something natural, but then I can always feel when it's something ain't right. Like, and to be right on the verge when you be like trying to say something, you be like, it's that noise. I'd be like, dang, no, doggone it. What's the Three of Pentacles and the Judgment? Those fell out. I don't know. What's the Three of Pentacles and the Judgment, please? Okay. The High Priestess. And it's in the upright. Somebody tried to lock up your intuition. Somebody tried to make you like have not have good judgment at all. Okay. It says the heaven / spiritual family. Okay. Somebody tried to make you paranoid about something bad happening if you should collaborate with the heavens. By connecting with the heavens. Judgment in reverse. They wanted you to be paranoid about taking a second chance at something. What's the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups? Okay, yeah, Three of Swords. Three of Swords actually wants to touch all of these cards. Four of Wands, a little tip of the Four of Wands. The Seven of Cups in reverse and the Fool card in the reverse. Okay, and the Three of Swords wants to go into the reverse. Three of Swords could also talk about holding a grudge, but then it can also talk about healing as well. So I get holding a grudge. All right, let's clarify the Three of Swords from the past. Yeah, Six of Cups, and it wants to fall on the Seven of Cups in the reverse here. Like having the only option to go towards someone else. It says walking away from what poisons you. Poison, drink. Letting go. Eight of Cups here. And then the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Codependent energy or losing out on an opportunity. Eight of Cups in reverse. So somebody wanted you to be paranoid about missing out on an opportunity. So you would be scared not to leave that energy or leave it behind. Which, what we first talked about, in the beginning when it comes to drinking and smoking and stuff like that. Everything is fine in the reverse. Not standing up. So instead of there are a lot of people that aren't really standing up the way they should be, and they're pretending like everything is fine in the reverse. Okay, it's not. Everything isn't fine, and probably a lot of people are overindulging and stuff. I haven't got the Three of Cups, but with the Strength card here, we need to have a lot of strength. Five of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of people are in competition so that they don't have to be completely independent or something like that. Or scamming each other, or there's some schemes and stuff like that going on, because Nine of Pentacles could talk about being scammed. Yeah, we have here fear of leaving, fear of missing out. There's a FOMO energy here. Fear of missing out when it comes to this Queen of Pentacles here, the grounding energy. Okay, let me see something. I want to get a couple of cards from here. These? Oh, no. These? Okay. Let's see what comes out. We have here hope and faith is what you need, and it's in the reverse. Somebody didn't want you to have hope and faith at some sort of new business venture confirmation. Somebody didn't want you to have hope and faith of working with your angels, working with God to get you there where you need to be. They did not want you to have that. We have here maximize your time and energy, and it's in the reverse. And then I'm gonna turn this. It says what they don't understand is that the person they were trying to keep you away from wasn't your divine counterpart. So what they were trying to keep you away from at first, it could have been college. It could have been something where or whatever you were doing before. Somebody may have tried to keep you away from your music or keep you away from certain things that they thought were going to be able to blow you up or something like that. So they spent so much time trying to keep you away from whatever it was that God was like, that's not even what I have for that person. Like, what? 34:37 on the clock. That ain't even that. Stop it. Stop it. That's what God pretty much is saying. So there was a lot of energies or people that spent a lot of time with trying to waste your time. And they didn't even realize that, oh, that wasn't even the real thing that we tried to stop this person from getting. They not even supposed to go that way. God created a whole nother. And that's where the clarity comes in. That's why in that vow that the Nazarites, it all talked about separating yourself. Separate yourself from the rest. Don't be in competition over false like independence. That's what I'm getting now. False independence. Like people pretending like they independent. Like no. You know. And when we got the Seven of Pentacles here, don't get impatient with your investments, because there are a lot of people that did and they invested wrong. They got impatient when it came to like grand opportunities. Like I just did a video where it was talking about, y'all should check that out. And it went into a deeper feeling of like a person wanting, or a group wanting you to feel like this is the opportunity you should take because it's going to give you this many opportunities. It's like, a ripple effect, but really they have nothing to give, like nothing at all. So yeah, there's a lot of people out here that are like screaming independence, but they don't really have it. Like their foundations are set up on fear. With the Fool card in reverse, that's what I'm getting compared with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands talks about celebrations, but I also see is like the house. It's like a house, and your house has to be set up on a strong foundation in order for it to thrive. And somebody like it's like people that thrive off of like just fear, not taking chances. Like I said, that whole like, I don't want to be all holy, because the moment I get all holy, I got to change my friends. I got to change this. Everybody going to think I'm crazy. Like, I get that energy. Okay. It says, this is what they want you to believe. And we got to turn this over. And it says, whatever job this is, if some job was made to come in and distract you. Okay, so but this is what they want you to believe, and so somebody wants you to believe that something was supposed to come in and distract you. Okay, let's see. Can I get another card for that, please? Okay, that's way too many. One, please. Another card for this. Okay, they can't stop thinking about you. All right, so maybe it was supposed to put you in a situation where you wouldn't be able to stop thinking about something, overthinking. And we have here getting ill, but it's in the reverse. And then we have here church/spiritual events in the reverse. And it says tried passing their energy to you. Okay. And then we have here when your mind travels to the next dimension, they can't reach you. And it's in the reverse. That's why they don't want you to connect with your angels. Okay. They don't want you to travel to the next dimension because they can't reach your energy. So you might have a community or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the church, but I mean, I've been getting heavy church, heavy like religious type of cultish type of energy. Please do not take offense to that. It's just, hey, everybody's doing a different thing, but they are doing other things. And that's where that scripture came from. Like they're doing other things behind the scenes, but yet they practice something else. They'll say like, oh, God this, God that, or yeah, I work for a God organization, or I work for this, but yet they don't practice this the stuff that they need to practice. And in order for you to stay pure and in your practice, you're going to have to keep yourself from collaborating with people that want to try to like pass on their energy towards you. Because then they can pass on this paranoia energy. And we keep getting the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is all about like church and like, religious institutions. And also I could see it as God sometimes. But yeah, I look at it mostly like as institutions. And then we got the Knight of Swords with the Lover's card. And then the Queen of Swords and the Death card. So charging ahead, like somebody wanted you to be paranoid in regards to like committing yourself to your ambitions and your choices and your leadership. And so that way it would end. They were trying to get you to be paranoid in your own strength, and then you would end up with this high priestess in reverse where you're not utilizing your intuition at all, and then you end up receiving bad news, or you have these bad communications between you and your angels or something like that, and then maybe put it online, or maybe have it online, or and maybe have to walk away from something. I don't know. Somebody also too, I get people that are saying the right things, people that are doing the right things and stuff like that, or just standing in their truth, and it's positive truth. um you know, there are a lot of energies that want to kick people off the internet as well. Yeah. All right, my beautiful people, I gotta keep these videos short because once we go over 30 minutes, people will get discouraged because we have, like, all of us, even including myself, have a low intention span these days. And plus, we just got other stuff to do. All right. So, my beautiful people, that is the message that I have for you. Okay. What else would we like to say, Lord? I don't know why I keep hearing slipping and sliding. Slip, slicking. I don't know. It's something about slipping. It's okay that you slipped, or something like that. I don't know. It's okay that you slipped. Your angels want you to know it's okay that you slipped. Just get back on the train. Just keep going. Don't think about what other people are going to think. Don't think about what you're even thinking right now. Just do the right thing, or something like that. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, okay. All right, my beautiful people. So remember, trust yourself, trust the Lord, and everything is going to continue to work out just fine. I thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.